608 is going to have us write, I already wrote down the skeleton code here, it's going to have us write two overloaded methods, both named average. Okay, that's the principle of overloading, you keep the same name, but they have a different signature, different prototype. Okay, one of them is taking an array of int, the other an array of double, and the first one returns an int as average, the second one returns a double as average. Okay, so the textbook encourages you, and this is going to allow us to play a little with array initializers. The textbook encourages you to test those methods by passing arrays directly to them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the first array. When I write this line, refer to your textbook for the full explanation. I am actually both declaring the array reference variable and creating an array. The second array is not an array of int, sorry about that, it's an array of doubles, which is going to contain 5.0, 4.4, 1.9, 2.9, 3.4, and 3.5. There we go, we have our test arrays. So once we have this test array, all we have to do is display on the screen the result of calling average on our array of integer, and display on the screen the result of calling system.out.println, once again calling average on our array of double. And you don't have to specify anything. Java is going to be able to determine that your parameter here is an array of int, therefore we need to call this version of the method. This parameter here is an array of double, therefore we need to call this version of the method. So this is done automatically for you. This is the advantage of having overloaded methods. Now, how do we compute an average of, let's start with the int version of the average of an integer of an array of integer, sorry. Well, this is something that we have done quite a few times. So we start with a sum variable, then we have a counter-controlled loop. So the loop is going to iterate over all the elements of the array. So by now, this code should be really coming naturally to you. Okay, this is iteration over a complete array. And for each iteration, we are going to simply add to our sum the value of the current element, array index I. At the end of this method, we need to return the value that we computed progressively inside of sum. Now, how do I modify this and turn it into the average method working on doubles? Well, I'm going to do a cut and paste to get started. Okay, I'm going to change sum from an int to a double. The part that is iterating over the array doesn't change. The part that is accumulating in the variable sum, the current value of element I of the array doesn't change. And the return is still the sum. And I just realized that I'm saying something silly here. I don't want to return simply the sum. I want, of course, to divide it by array dot length. The code is almost the same, except of course that here array dot length is an int, sum is an int, return value will be an int. Here sum is a double, and array length is an int, so the return value will be also a double. I'm saving. Going to Conqueror. We are going to compile this file. Okay. No error here. Java, we're going to run it now. 608. And these are our average value. I'm going to go back to the code. And we are done with this exercise.